And we are off. Hello, this is a continuation of Team of the Year video number 1. This is number 2 here. We got Leon Draisaitl, 6'2", 209, left-handed from Germany. He's $12 million in salary cap, as I should say. You guys have to know that he will be upgrading to the highest overall the game gives him. So every new promo that comes out, if he happens to get a card, whether it's an MSP or just a base value card, his card here, his Team of the Year, will match that card for the rest of the year. So in theory, 9 times out of 10, the players that are named to Team of the Year will at minimum hit 96, 97 overall. Just wanted to make this video to tell you guys a little bit more about how these cards work, because a lot of people have been asking. So he's got 1T and Unstoppable, both X Factors being the Specialist variant. If you don't know the different variants, there's base variant, which is the gold/yellow. Then we have the Specialist, which is the blue, as you see here with Leon Draisaitl. And then the final tier is Elite, which is the orange tier. And those are the best of the best. Moving on, we've got good skating, good shooting, good hands, checking, and defense. The stats I want to highlight the most is my favorite towards, the 6'2", 209 height and weight. I'd say are his speed at 92, his acceleration at 92. And the one thing that I was very surprised with his card has to be his stick checking at 93. He doesn't really do any stick lifts, nor did he get that many poke checks in a game. So maybe they're just stat padding, so his card's a little bit better. But anyways, we move on to Sarah Fillier. I figured out it's actually Sarah Fillier instead of Sarah Fillier. Sorry. She's 5'5", 130, right-handed, Canada, with a 12 million salary cap. Like all the rest of them, she goes up with the card value in terms of the event that she gets released in. It could be a week from now. It could be 3 months from now. We don't know. But she will automatically go to that up overall the second those cards are live. For example, she's 91 right now, but maybe in a month they release, an event specialist for the PWHL, which they haven't done much this year. So it's probably coming at the start of season 3. Whether it's new captain's cards and she gets one, she'll automatically upgrade to that number the second those cards go live for season 3, if it happens. Moving on, she has got quick release and wheels, both specialists. Like I said earlier, specialist is the middle ground between base and elite. Specialist is still pretty good. She's got wheels and quick release, and all these abilities happen to be free. Skating solid, shooting amazing, hands solid, checking crazy, and defense perfect. I mean, the 3 stats I'd highlight the most is her acceleration seems a little bit low at 94. She's known to be one of the fastest players in the league, so I would have expected somewhere around the same kind of love that Cole Caulfield got, where Cole is 5'8", she's 5'5". Cole's got 97 and she's got 94. Cool. I can see where EA is going because these cards do upgrade, but we move. The second stat I like is her hand-eye at 92. Low center of gravity does help. And then the biggest one is her defensive awareness for me at 91 overall defensive awareness. She's fast. She can move the puck. She's shifty. She's good on her edges. But still, 91 is a bit high, but I can see where they're going with it. Now we move on to Hillary Knight. She is 5'11", 172, one of the taller PWHL forwards in the league. I believe her and Megan Keller are the 2 tallest in the league at 5'11". She's up there on the weight at 172, which is perfect. I have her card as in her captain's card. She's been perfect for me. 87 faceoffs as a right winger. She's got 90 here. That's a stat that I would highlight. She's got quick release and elite edges, both specialist variants. The 3 stats I'd highlight the most out of her card has to be her 90 endurance. So she's good at keeping her energy low, or high, sorry. Her shooting is a bit low. She, last year, the last season that they're basing these cards off of, she was, I believe, 3rd in scoring in the league, and she had a perfect wrist shot. 92 and 93 is a bit low, but hey, the card upgrades with due time, so I can see where they're starting her base at 91, 92. Moving on to the third stat I like the most of this card has to be her puck control at 94. She was one of the better players with puck control in the PWHL as a whole, so I could see why they would give her this card and this value. But Moving on to Nathan MacKinnon. We're into the NHL guys now. 6 foot, 200 pounds, right-handed from Canada, 12 mil salary like the rest of them. Again, with the NHL guys, they're going to upgrade faster. It's just common sense. EA likes to release more NHL content than they do PWHL content. I'm hoping for Season 3 they flip the script a little bit, give us people some more variety to our teams. Because if you've been playing the game for 5 years or so, you'll notice that they're the same cards, minus, Kucherov, minus Pastrnak, minus Rantanen from last year, and they all got honorable mention possibilities. Like, they all got put into the vote for honorable mentions, that being Rantanen, Pastrnak, and Kucherov are 3 of the 4 honorable mentions that we can vote on. Again, voting is on the EA Sports website for NHL 26 Ultimate Team. That vote concludes tomorrow as of the 5th at 5 p.m. Eastern. That is when whatever card won the vote is going to be released and active in the sets tab. I'm hoping for Laura Stacey and Nikita Kucherov. Something tells me it's going to be Taylor Heise and Mikko Rantanen, but you never know. The stats I would highlight the most with this Nathan MacKinnon card has to be his deking at 94/96. Personally, for me, I don't see MacKinnon as a face-off taker, even though he's got 94 face-offs. I will use him if I get him. Probably won't. He's too expensive. Please do not spend your real money on this. Only get these cards if you have the fodder or the collection, if you don't know what fodder means. He's got quick release and elite edges, both specialist versions. And the final stat I'd like to highlight is his shooting. His shooting is relatively low, except for his wrist shot accuracy. I can see him probably getting to 99 within the next 2 months, almost guaranteed, based on how he's been playing in real life and how the Colorado Avalanche in the month of December lost 2 games. Yes, that stat is correct. The Colorado Avalanche lost 2 games. 1 in regulation, 1 in overtime, and in that span, they won 12 games. Moving on to Connor McDavid, another card we've seen for the last 5-6 years. No surprise there. He always leads the league. He always picks up his point total by this point of the year. And funny enough, look where he is. He's probably going to be here, I give or take, a year from now today. I will be making the same video with the same card on screen. 6'1", 194, left-handed from Canada. 12 mil salary cap like the rest of them. He will upgrade with due time based on fluctuation of events and whether or not he gets a card or not. He's got quick release and wheels, no surprise there, both specialist versions. 3 stats I'd like to highlight the most out of this card has to be his balance at 91. That one is on the lower side. It should be 95, 96, but I see why they leave it at 91 because he'll upgrade to 99 to 98 probably by the end of the year. The second stat I'd like to highlight is his checking. His checking is very low. For a guy who gets in the physical in the corners to help out his teammates, Darnell Nurse, Darnell, maybe help your teammate out here and get some defensive plays. But anyways, move on. Checking, pretty low. Strength at 87, I'd say probably 89 to 92. Durability is pretty low at 84, should be around 90. Fighting skill, don't care about that. Strength, yeah, talked about that. Body checking is the one that I was very surprised about. 84 body checking for a guy that goes into the corners, into the tough areas, shoulders off and one arms off people in terms of stiff arming on breakaways or breakaway attempts. He stiff arms everybody. If you look at his goal against, I think it was San Jose the other night, stiff arm. If you look at the goal against Toronto, stiff arm. You look at the goal against Montreal, stiff arm. And he's got 84 body checking and 87 strength. Interesting. And the final stat I'd like to highlight is his faceoffs at 96. He is way better at faceoffs than 96, which means if you don't know what faceoff rating is, it means the percent chance they win the draw. So he has a 4% chance on average to lose the draw, a 96% chance to win the draw. And Marie-Philip-Poulin here, 5'6", 161, left-handed, 12 mil like the rest of them. This is another situation with Hilary Knight or Sarah Fillier where I'd be more inclined to get one of these 3, mainly because they're going to be in your team for a more suitable time. Obviously, if you get these cards, you want to build the team around these cards. But the way I like to see it is if you use the cards that are going to take a little bit longer to upgrade, no disrespect to them, it's just EA's system. you have more chances to enjoy said card with the lineup you currently have, where you can easily fit these 12 mil cards into your franchise. Because look at McDavid, for example. In, I say, a month, he'll be 96, 94 maximum, maybe even 99. It all depends on what EA's content path is looking like. But 12 mil right now at 91 is usable. 3 upgrades from now, he'll be 15 mil. 4 upgrades, he'll be 16 mil. And that's where it's getting up to the point where you're going to have to sacrifice cards out of your team, which, in my opinion, if you want to do it, go ahead. But for me specifically, I like to get used to cards. And once I get used to them, I like to keep them as long as I can. And I kind of build my team around the system that I'm currently going with, because I found it's very technical, but the science I found is your team after a change, whether it's a defensive change, goaltending change, forward change, even a line switch, like moving a player from line to line, it takes them about 3 to 5 games for them to understand their opponent, understand their teammate now. It's more or less, the more you play with a trio, whether it's offense or you play with a duo in defense, or if you play with a tandem in goal and you switch them out once in a while, they get to know each other, I seem. Like, it seems like last year especially, it felt like that, where I kept Suzuki, Caulfield, and Clayton Keller together for probably 3-4 months at the beginning of the year last year. And by the time I replaced them, they were humming. Like, Slafkovsky, Suzuki, and Caulfield were the beginning of last year. Like, every chance they got was either on net or in their in the opponent's defensive zone, hemming them in, can't move. And when you switch them, they lose that chemistry in a way. It's a weird feeling. That's what I think happens, at least. Obviously, it's just up to debate, but that's basically what it is to me. Zdeno Chara, 96 overall, limited time card for, again, the packs. Please do not use real money on these packs. They're not worth it. It is not going to get you this card. I last checked, it was a 9% chance of getting this Zdeno Chara. 9%. And you're spending upwards, if you're buying it with real money, it's 10.1 thousand points. That is a $100 pack minimum. If you want to buy it with coins, it's 2.2 million in-game coins. And you have a 9% chance to get the Zdeno Chara. The temptation's there because of that elite rocket and truculence, 6'9", 250, but you're better off using his Heroes card that will get upgrades in due time, especially next season, being Season 3, because last season and Season 1, if you remember, it was more Atlantic-Pacific. This season's Metro-Central, so I think next season, Season 3, will be more Atlantic-Pacific again. So just keep that in mind. Again, moving on to the final card, Joe Sakic. Again, the same situation as Zdeno Chara. It is a limited time offered card. It is a Quebec Nordiques Joe Sakic. Canada Team of the Year, 96 overall, $17 million card with 99 faceoffs, elite quick release, and no contest at 5'11", 195, left-handed. Do not spend real money on this card. You're not going to get it. It is a 9% chance alongside the Zdeno Chara in most, if not all, of the Team of the Year limited time packs that they say have this chance of getting this card in it. Obviously, every pack doesn't have the chance of getting this card, nor with the Zdeno Chara. There's specific packs in the Team of the Year section that say you have a chance to pack said limited time offered card. Do not. That's been me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.